Let's blast off.
Blessed be God. Blessed be God. 1, 2, yeah, it's a little, yeah. Throw your hands in the sky, praise the Most High, it's do or die, ain't no time to act fly. Get your rays on, get your last day's praise on. Eternal life for Christ or forever blaze on. Throw your hands in the sky, praise the Most High, it's do or die, ain't no time to act fly. Get your rays on, get your last day's praise on. Eternal life for Christ or forever blaze on. I got that 409 rhyme to wipe away the grime. I'm that big fat ripe grape hanging from the true vine. About to burst like the hawk busting out his shirt, filled to the brim with the Holy Spirit. Watch me work, bring the dirt. Get your gritty city grimy friends, wash them in the blood of Jesus. Everybody's getting cleansed from all iniquities, sickness and disease. Turn your whole life around 360 degrees. I don't know what you've been told, but yo, the devil is a liar. Give you the world just to see you burn in hell's fire forever and ever. That means it never ends. So if you think you getting over, yo, it's time to think again. You ain't got no friends that can love you like Jesus, leaning on your own understanding. You can never see this. Wanna do things on your own so you can say I did it my way. Only time you give him praise is when you say thank God it's Friday. Yo, now that's a sad connotation, selling your soul cause you think getting money's salvation. Benjamins can't buy you love, happiness, peace of mind, or health. People lost in despair in spite of all of their wealth. Got a void inside them, vast in a black hole in space. It can't be filled by anything in this world or the human race. Not your mama, your daddy, the doctor, any physician got the antidote for your diagnosed spiritual condition. Not the distant pharmacist, the blood of Jesus is my medicine. He'll buy stripes, I also got the power to raise the dead again. We must receive faith to move the mountains, that's biblical. Figuratively speaking, but I also take it literal. My God is all powerful, there's nothing that he can't do. He can take something as old as dirt and make it into brand new. Now can you understand the word that God commands you? To have no other God but him to praise and raise your hands to and worship. Magnify his name because he's worthy. You ain't nothing without Jesus Christ, word life, that's right, you heard me. Throw your hands in the sky, praise the Most High, it's do or die. Ain't no time to act fly. Get your rays on, get your last day's praise on. Eternal life for Christ or forever blaze on. Throw your hands in the sky, praise the Most High, it's do or die. Ain't no time to act fly. Get your rays on, get your last day's praise on. Eternal life for Christ or forever blaze on. I know it's war, cause shots is busting off, I'm in the trenches. Ricochets and strays, catching suckers in they dentures. Spiritually defenses, got you running, ducking, climbing fences. Like you waiting for a beatdown just to come to your senses. That was me, looking at doing time in an upstate New York prison. 20 years of sweat and tears until I made the right decision. Now I got my vision, focus on the Lord and ain't no stopping me. It's on and popping, G, I'm rocking, see, I'm God's property. Drop to my knees as I cop a plea. My philosophy, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. No time for cop and Z. 24/7, 365 around the clock. Praying, reading, interceding in his presence non-stop. Hold it now, rewind. Lord have mercy. You see me now, understand, Lord boy, action. Me pray, Holy Spirit, come down, pon them, redeem them, clean them, esteem them. Jesus is the only way to achieve freedom. The main character, the metaphysical Messiah, the Holy One, the Christ, the only one you should desire. He came to give life and life more abundantly. He came that they which see not might see. Verily I say unto you that are blinded, double-minded, looking for love and can't find it. Got questions but don't have a clue? Seek the Lord's kingdom first and all these things will be added unto you. Throw your hands in the sky, praise the Most High, it's do or die. Ain't no time to act fly. Get your rays on, get your last day's praise on. Eternal life for Christ or forever blaze on. Throw your hands in the sky, praise the Most High, it's do or die. Ain't no time to act fly. Get your rays on, get your last day's praise on. Eternal life for Christ or forever blaze on. Check out the way I hold and roll my holy dices. No, I don't gamble, understanding the sacrifices. Our prices on heads of the righteous. Satan don't like this, as I recite this, showing the children where the light is the brightest. That's what Christ is, yet you fight this. Street hypeness got you deaf, dumb, and sightless. The devil comes to kill and destroy and leave you lifeless. Chasing after iced out platinum devices. You might just get $1 million, but your life is worth much more to the Lord. Your soul is priceless. I come to separate the real men from the mices. I serve a big God, not the devil's ticks and license that bite this like New York pizza slices. The Holy Ghost and the anointing are the spices. You like this way I might this with a tight fist, lifting up the name of the Lord with a slight twist. Christ lives in me, that's why I write this, giving thanks to Father God for how my life is. Throw your hands in the sky, praise the Most High. It's do or die, ain't no time to act fly. Get your rays on, get your last days praise on. Eternal life for Christ or forever blaze on. Throw your hands in the sky, praise the Most High. It's do or die, ain't no time to act fly. Get your rays on, get your last days praise on. Eternal life for Christ or forever blaze on. Yeah, hip hop.